Okay. Just slowly warming everything up. Just sounds like that's coming through nice and clearly. Just double check I've got the right sound source. A little bit early anyway, so it's nothing too wild. Just got a busy day. Yeah, didn't see this one coming. Yeah, didn't see this one coming, did ya? Didn't see this one coming. All that walking and talking, and you didn't see the shadows coming. You thought it was going to be tellers. I mean, you're not wrong, it is going to be tellers, but we have dolls, we have tellers. I mean, the dolls is the one deck that I need probably as much testing with as I possibly can. Then I've got RDA. Let's go over here. I've got to check that that's got the final piece. There's definitely something in there that's missing. And no, my stupid ass. I put it to one side. Did I put it to the right side though, is the question. Don't think I did. I don't think I did. Add those into that. Let's move those to one side as well. So like I said, I'm massively early, so I'm just kind of getting myself set up first. Maybe it's over this side. I hope it's over this side, otherwise I'm going to be doing a lot of digging. Yeah, there we go, cool, got it. Got it! And then the other one I've got, which I still need to kind of put back into a coherent state, is Clown Crew. So while we're warming up, I'll get my Clown Crews back into some form of a shape. So let's move that to one side, that to one side, that to one side. So let me just make sure I've got this reset, because the last time I did it, it was with Mitsu. So free rehearsal. Yeah, I want to play it with Kashtiras. There we go. And there's a couple of little changes in the extra deck I might want to do, but I don't know as of yet. Free flare. And then we've got new face, third Malabarazme. And then, okay, so that, I think that's the Clown Crew cards all done. So I need 2 Bianca Visos though, so I just need to make sure I've got the third. I do like the Raw Sphere mode play with this deck as well, actually, that's quite funny. I just don't know how consistently people run into the Raw Sphere mode play of the deck. Ashes, Purges, Bells, and then Nouvelle. Okay, there we go. There is the Bianca Visor. 3 of the Coronary Confrontation. And then we got Fenrir, Planet, Unicorn. I think this is just random sleeves. Yep, random sleeves. What card we got here? Harpy's Feather Duster without a sleeve. And then I think the rest of that is, if I remember rightly, will probably be Breakers. Within reason. There we go. What are these? Oh yeah, droplets, polys. Don't need those for this version, so that can go over there. Okay, and then these are side deck cards. Does that put me on a flat 40? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Perfect. Okay, so that's the 40. Do I have the 15 in the extra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is the exact 15. How many? Oh, that's one fiend too many? Yeah, that's one fiend too many for sure. Okay, that might work out in my favour because that could be the second pass on year. I think playing a second pass on year is not like a bad thing to do either. Okie dokie. Like I said, I'm a little bit early on this one. Usually I don't start streaming until about 7 or 8, but I've got some stuff to do this evening, so I thought I'd stream a little bit earlier. And then, yeah, this is all in preparation for OTS tomorrow. I still haven't decided what I want to play. I still haven't built my side deck for any of these yet either. So yeah, and then Nats is next week as well. So I'm going to be back in like 2 seconds. I'll let you guys comment in the chat what you want to see. Whether you want to see dolls, tellers. I'll tell you what, I'll keep them on screen. Dolls, tellers, RDA, or Clown Crew tested. I'll try and test all of them on this stream, but I can't guarantee that. And then we'll go from there. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, Clown Crew, RDA, and tellers. Wow, no one wants to see dolls. Dolls are new, bro. Well, not new, they've got some new support. Okay, let's start with, I mean, I can do some of these multiples, I can do some of them again as well. Let's start with tellers. Because some of the cards in tellers are shared with Hecker Hands. I don't think I actually have my Hecker Hands ready, to be honest. They need a bit of a tidy up, so otherwise I would. Let's start with tellers. So tellers got some brand new support in the Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery. Got some really nice support as well, actually. So we'll shuffle this up. We'll be very standard on this one. We'll just do some standard test hands so you can see the basics of what the deck wants to try and achieve at the start, and then we'll build on from there. So hopefully we get a starter. We've got a starter in the form of the Dodo Warrior. It's not the ideal starter that you want. We do have the Lyran as well, though. Okay. I mean, Lyran's not a bad option either. We'll start with the Dodo Warrior because that's like the best thing we've got here. So we will send from deck to grave the Onamakage. There we go. Use Onamakage, you're going to summon itself back because you've got the Dodo Warrior. These are both now level 4s. And then what you're going to want to do is you want to overlay both into the Tellarknight Constellar Caduceus. It's not the, like, you don't want to start with these. Like, the idea is that the Dodo Warrior give you a bit more resilient to push through afterwards. And you don't really want to start off with the Caduceus either, because then the Caduceus gets no resource back from the graveyard. But the one thing that the Caduceus can do is it can detach a material, and then it can banish one from the deck, and then you replicate that one's effect. So we can banish the caster from the deck. This will then allow us to special summon out our brand new one, Tellarknight Stygian. And then when we get access to the Stygian then lets you search out a, I think it's a Constellar or a Teller. Yes, you search out a Constellar or a Teller. Because we haven't used our normal summon, technically, I can search out anything I want to, because anything I add will be my normal summon. And annoyingly, the Lyran will only trigger if you normal summon a Tellarknight. So it's kind of like, ugh, really annoying. Let's actually go for the Caduceus here. to try and maintain our normal summon still. So we'll special summon down the Caduceus. The Caduceus will then search ourselves out the Constellar Tellarknights, which is actually going to be quite important as we try to build. And then the best thing about the Stygian is that the Stygian treats itself as 2 materials for the XEs of a Tellarknight that requires 3. So what we'll do here is we'll overlay both of these. If I want to protect against Nibiru, I do have ways to do that, but we'll overlay both of these. We'll go into the brand new Tellarknight Constellar Deltaros. And now this one gives us the ability to detach material to add any Tellar or Constellar from the deck to the hand. Then immediately after the effect resolves, you get to normal summon a light monster, which will allow us to trigger the Lyran. So we'll detach the Stygian. We will then search, and the card we're going to want to search here, we might as well go straight for the Caster. And the reason for that one is that we haven't actually used Caster's effect on itself. We have only used the copy effect to Caduceus. So normal summon off the back of the Deltaros, being the Caster. You go Chaining 1 Caster, Chaining 2 Lyran. Lyran will summon itself down. Caster will then allow you to special summon another one. So I'm just going to move the Stygian out of the way. And I don't know why, but my board goes... There we go. So we can then summon one from the deck. Now the one that I'm going to want to go for is going to be the Outrun. And the reason you go for this one is that when we get it to the graveyard, we can actually just bring it back, or like it can bring itself back, which is absolutely fine. So then we've got to resolve the Lyran. The Lyran will then allow you to grab it as a Tellarknight spell, which annoyingly, or a Tellarknight spell is only Constellar Tellars or the Skybridge. And then at this position here, it's entirely up to you on where you'd want to go. Like, I quite like the idea of going into Ptolemaeus. Actually, we kind of want to keep Caster on its own, because you kind of want to give the the additional effect that Caster gives its XZs. Maybe we don't do that then. Just trying to think of the best XZs we could go for. It might have to be, you know. I can bring back Caster actually. It's not that big of an issue. So we'll put all 3 of these together. We'll go into Ptolemaeus. We'll use Ptolemaeus' effect, detach all 3 materials, to then rank it into... Bit of gunk on the back of the sleeves. Great. Come here. We'll rank it on top. Once I clear off this bit of gunk, come here. There's no way that's on the inside. That might actually be on the inside of the sleeve. That's so annoying. This will then be able to rank up and top into Nova, and then you can rank Nova on top and go into Infinity. So now you've got your Omni Negate. Obviously, if you needed it a little bit earlier, you could do. Where is that? Oh, there you go. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked by the gunk. There we go. Cool. So keeping in mind, we haven't actually used our main normal summon as well, which is sometimes useful. We'll activate the Constellar Tellarknights. This one will bring back the Caster. I'm probably going to put Infinity. Just going to move these down here. I'm going to put Infinity up into the extra monster zone, because I don't think I'm going to need it for anything else. And at least I'll have a bit of space to build other stuff with. So the Constellar Tellars can bring back the Caster, and then I can use the Outrun's effect in the graveyard to bring itself back. I can overlay both of these. Unfortunately, actually, do I need 3 level 4s? I don't think I really need 3 level 4s, to be honest. I could get a rank 5 going. I'll tell you what, we can actually change this up quite nicely. If we activate... no, okay, let's leave this as is. We'll overlay both of these. We'll go into the Caduceus. Now, we can only use each effect once per turn, so we can't replicate an effect. But what I can do with the Caduceus is it will allow me to add a Constellar and a Tellar, and both of these are counted as Constellars and Tellars. So we get to add these both back to the hand. We then get to rank up in main phase 2 into Ptolemy M7, and then we get to use the Constellar Tellarknights to rank this up one more, which will then let us go into the Constellar Ptolemy Omega. And in doing so, what we've got the ability to detach up to 4 materials to shuffle back that many monsters our opponent controls. Because we've got the Constellar Deltaros, this can't be targeted. We've got the inherited effect off of the Caster, which means we can detach 2 materials from any of the monsters on the field, and then negate an opponent's spell or effect. And then we've also got Infinity as the Omni Negate as well. So we've got Target Protection. This is the only one that's kind of like just sitting here not doing anything useful for us. But I mean, I don't even think I've got a main phase 2. Well, I know I don't have a main phase 2. So I don't think there's really anything else you could really rank up there. But still, you set an imperm, a pulse, imperm purge, and then you got the ash in the hand as well. Like that's quite a field for your opponent to try and push through, to be honest. Yeah, what happened to Deltaros Pass? It was never Deltaros Pass. It was usually Trevere, bounce everything, rip one from hand, pass, and then hope you had a Satellanova Alpha set ready to go. Like Tellers with Constellas is just absolutely insane. Like the pairings of the way they work together. No, I never said to hell with RDA then. We've still got RDA. I've got RDA over here, I've got Clown Crew over here, I've got Shadows down here. So like, I've got plenty to showcase, that's not an issue at all. I mean, Tellers can be quite linear with what they try and do. So, as my dogs go crazy in the background. Yeah, I'll do one more Teller hand just because it's new, and then I'll do RDA. So I think quite a few people want to see RDA. I really like RDA. I'm still trying to figure out between... I'm debating if I cut Crimson Call. Like, I'm still torn between King's Resonance and the Red Zone as to which one I kind of prefer. So there's the Caster, Droplets, Constellar Tellers, Purge, and Call By. So start off with Caster. Hope your opponent doesn't have an Imperm, because if an Imperm, bruh. Caster, this will basically just show you the basic combo you want to go for. So Decision then grabs you Caduceus, wherever it may be. Caduceus, special to Caduceus. In an ideal world, you search out Constellar Teller, but sadly not. And then what you want to do here is, again, there's a couple of different options, but we're going to overlay both of these. We're going to go into Deltaros. Use Deltaros' effect, detach material to destroy itself. The reason you do that is that Deltaros will then let you special one from the deck, and the one you're going to want to special summon out will be, wherever it is, Altair. Altair will bring back Deltaros. Remember, Deltaros is not hard once per turn, and Tellers were first introduced before links even existed, so we can link both of these together and go into an SP Little Knight. You could go IP Masquerade if you choose to play it. Deltaros effect will now trigger again. This time we're going to want to grab ourselves, well, you can grab whatever you want really, but we'll grab an Unakalai, and the reason we're going to grab the Unakalai is that I can send from deck to grave any Tellarknight card. So I'm going to send Outrian, and then what I can do here is I can get the maximum advantage off of the back of the Caduceus, because Caduceus will now allow me to add back a Constellar and a Teller. So I can add back the Cision if I want to, or I can add back the Caduceus, or both. I can also add back the Altair. So I'll add back Altair and Caduceus for follow-up. And then I can replicate the effect, detach material, being the Unakalai, banish Caster, wherever it may be. Banish Caster. Caster's effect, specials. Lyran. Chainik 1 Lyran, Chainik 2 will be the Outrian in the graveyard. Bring that back. Lyran will get you your, whatever it may be, Skybridge. Not that you need it, but you can search it. And then you've got an entirely option up to you on this one, but we'll activate the Constellar Tellers. Bring one back from the graveyard. If I want to add a rank 5 to this, I bring back the Decision. If I don't want to add a rank 5 back to this, I can bring back the Unakalai. Doesn't make any difference really. Then what you can do here is we can overlay. Can I get greedy? Is it worth getting greedy? I don't know if it's worth getting greedy. This is where the other one turns up a little bit helpful, is if you want to go down the Gargagar Magician route. But I still like the idea of Infinity, like Nova and Infinity. So you're either going in Ptolemaeus with these three and then go Nova Infinity. But I suppose because I've shown you that one previously, let's show you something a bit different, I guess. Whether it's going to be better or worse. Let me just try and have a think of this one. I can go into Deltaros. I mean, I get targeted protection if I go Deltaros, so we'll put these two together. Deltaros effect to add, and then normal summon, so detach material. So we can add, I don't even know if I've got a different Telenite with a different name. I don't think I do. Just add the Lyran, summon the Lyran. I don't think this has actually benefited me. No, I think I've kind of like overplayed my hand on this one. Because we've already done that, we've already done that. Got nothing more to bring back. Yeah, this doesn't actually help me. This will help me in the Gargagar matchup, because you'd make the Gargagar Magician. But what I should have done is just kept that Lyran in the deck. Just put all three of these together. Ptolemaeus, detach all three. Go Nova, Infinity. Rank this up into Ptolemy. And then Constellatella, go into Omega. And then you've just got like Call by, Droplets, Purge, Skybridge if you want it, but you don't need it. Yeah, so you've got kind of enough there. And you've got your Altair as a normal summon for the next turn, Revive, and off you go. Caduceus as an extender. Yeah, there's quite a lot you can do. I definitely see where the Gargagar Magician play comes in more times than the Ptolemaeus. There's not really a time where you'd lock yourself specifically into Tellers where you have to play Ptolemaeus. I just prefer Infinity over the what do you call it? Utopia F-Zero, but you know. You got me hooked on Cash Clowns, quite a beast guy. So yeah, it is. I haven't played it for a while. I've been so like zero focused in on RDA. Dog's going crazy. Speaking of RDA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. I think the main deck is probably missing some hand traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Yeah, I think it's missing Ash Blossoms from here. And then I think it was Droplets. I was playing Purges, but I've only ended up cutting the Purges. Not Purges, sorry, Sparks. I've kind of cut the Sparks in... do I have 2 Sparks? Yeah, I've got 2 Sparks in there. I've kind of cut the Sparks in RDA. As nice as they were, like, every time I tested them, every time they came up, the bit that it came up for was... it always came up when I didn't have a trap card in the graveyard, and to give my opponent that special summon was just not nice. Any thoughts from Endymion? Are we talking about, like... I haven't really read Regulus properly. Like, I know that Regulus is used in Fairy Tales, but I don't know how it's utilised in other decks, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I've just picked up... Well, okay, let me get it straight. I would advise everyone to pick up the Regulus package, because when we get Veer, the package will go up in price. And right now, Regulus, I think I picked up my 3rd Regulus for like £4. So, and I know that pre-orders sometimes are at £2.50 as well, so it'd be crazy not to get them. My oversleeves I get from Sleeve Chief, or I got from Sleeve Chief. I haven't ordered from them for a while now. So yeah. Yeah, and then Endymion, whether do you mean like the Pendulum with Endymion and like build a whole deck around it? Or are you talking about just like the Regulus package? Anyway, let's refresh my head on RDA. This is where it always gets quite fun, is when you're jumping between different decks. You're like, your brain kind of refocuses. So I've just gone from an XZ style deck. Now we're going to be going into a Synchro style deck. So start off with Crimson Gaia. Let's see if I can remember the combo on this one. Grab ourselves Power Vice. Special Power Vice. Power Vice then grabs 1. I've already got the Darkness Resonator. I quite like going for my 7 first, so I go for the Vision Resonator. Special Vision, Synchro, 7, gets me into my 7 being Crimson Blade Dragon. Crimson Blade adds, and Vision adds. So Crimson Blade will add Lubellion. Vision will add Red Zone, because I'm now trialing out Red Zone over King's Resonance. Then we go Lubellion. Just move these out of the way. Lubellion for Mag. Mag can summon. Depends what I want to go for here, actually. Mag can summon, banish Vision. Mag's effect for the end phase. Special Darkness Resonator. Swap Mag for Lubellion. Lubellion's effect to place. Where are we placing? Let's place Etude. There we go. And then I can use Darkness plus Crimson Blader to go into Dispatter. Dispatter's effect, bring back Vision. Don't think I've got another 10 that I play that's worth it. Kind of miss Soul and Bone. How have I missed Soul and Bone? Kind of messed that one up a little bit, didn't I? Oh well. I can get another 8, that's fine. Am I locked into... I think I'm locked into Dark Dragons, but it should be fine. So, Fallen, send Albion, get Ecclesia, sink into an 8. Don't know why Lubellion's an attack. It should never really be an attack unless you're attacking. Sync those two together for Crimson King. Crimson King grabs our Soul Resonator. Don't think I ever conducted my actual normal summon, so that's kind of funny. Normal summon down, Soul Resonator. Soul Resonator's effect, add a fiend, being Bone Archfiend. Bone Archfiend's effect, summon itself by sending Crimson Gaia. And then send one from deck to grave. We'll send the Synchron Resonator for follow-up. Manipulate to a level 8. Now I have to go into a level 8 dragon. So I guess we're putting these two together. Going to go into Scarred. And then set, pass. So, what do we have? Well, we've got this battle, which isn't live yet because there's nothing banished. Oh, I've just got to resolve Mag for the end phase as well. So Mag will grab our Harmonia. There we go, grab our Harmonia. Can't remember if I put the third Harmonia in here or not. No, just the 2. So we grab our Harmonia. We've got Etude, which is going to banish everything. But then we've also got the ability of Etude to go into a 10, but I don't play any more 10s. I really feel that I need to get Chaos Angel in this extra deck. I just feel like being able to go Etude and then Chaos Angel these two would be pretty insane. Anyway, we've got Red Zone. When our opponent activates a card or effect while we control Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro that mentions it, target card in the field and destroy it. Target one of our banished Dark Dragon synchros and special summon it, which isn't that big of an issue if I banish like the Crimson Blader or something. I've got Crimson King to tag it into RDA. I suppose this is the other issue as well, is that both of these want to float into RDA, and we're only playing one, and Crimson King is a better RDA choice. Send from the monster zone, special one on RDA, from the extra deck, treated as a synchro summon. This card was centigrade as a Dark Dragon synchro monster. Destroy it or attack your monster your opponent. Like, that's probably like the best thing it can do. I suppose even Crimson King in these two would be pretty funny. Not Crimson King, sorry. Chaos Angel in these two. Because then I get to destroy... No, because it's not a Dark Dragon. So I'd have to find another 10 Dark Dragon. I'm also considering playing Bills. I just think that Bills causes a lot of issue for people as well. Like, they just don't know... It's not as easy to out. Like, I don't know. I also forgot to set the Fallen and the Virtues as well. Because I was so tracked in it. So... special by revealing a spellcaster in hand, burn damage is level of reveal times 300, just the new support. I've seen it being used as an engine, like I get it as an engine. And I get it in Fairy Tail. It's obviously going to get better when we get Veer. I just don't know how much it does. Like right now, the price of it, £4 a copy, you can get a playset for probably like £10 to £12, plus the spell card at about £1.50 to £2 each. It's well worth getting, because like 15 quid you get the full thing. So yeah, let's do one more RDA. I still need to figure the RDA out. It's too late for me to even try Centurion version. It would either be, I wouldn't even say pure RDA. I just think like the Albaz adds too much to it. So I think if anything, it's more so trying to fine tune the extra deck a little bit. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Holy crap. I mean, it's still combo, but still funny. Normal bone, send vision. Vision grabs Gaia? Question mark? Yeah, and then Gaia grabs darkness. I've jumped ahead of myself here, but bear me 2 seconds. I'm going to get vision. Send vision, grab Gaia. Gaia grabs darkness. Bone Archfiend is now a 5. Reveal RDA in the extra for darkness. Oh, I don't even want the 8 though. Well, the 8 doesn't actually help me here because Fallen of the White Dragon does the job for me. Is there a way of doing this better? Question mark. I don't think there's anything else you could really send. It has to be an 8, right? Oh well, I guess this is where Albaz just doesn't become as effective for me. Crimson King, I've got the additional normal summon. We will go for Power Vice, special Power Vice. Power Vice will grab, which will grab our Soul. Additional normal summon of Soul. Soul to add a Fiend. Grab Synchron Resonator. Got another 8 there, but it's not really worth it. Let's go for a 7. So let's use Bone Archfiend, send Crimson Gaia, bring itself back. Synchro 7. Go into Blader. Blader grabs Lubellion. Lubellion grabs Magna. Magna banish Vision, I guess. Magna banish Vision. Swap with Lubellion. Obviously trigger Mag's effect in the end phase. Lubellion, place Etude. There's a severe lack of tuners right now. So, special Synchron Resonator. Oh no, okay, I got it. I should banish Darkness Resonator. Keeping Vision Resonator in the graveyard so that I can special summon down Synchron Resonator. Synchro these 2 together and go into the 6 of Red Rising. So when Synchro, target a Resonator in my grave and special summon it. So we will use Synchron Resonator to add back Vision. We will bring back Synchron Resonator. We can then sync into an 8 or a 7. We're going to sync into a 7, which will get us Zarlan. Trigger Synchron Resonator. Add back Soul Resonator. Special down Vision Resonator. Do we go for a 9 or a 10? Probably needs to be a 10, right? But then again, I can get 2 10s on the field. But the other 10 dragons are not that great. So I'm going to go for a 9 here. I suppose you're either getting Disbatter or you're getting... The Disbatter does make it awkward because the Disbatter makes it so your opponent can't just like get rid of the Rebellion and they're out of the Etude lock. This still makes it very awkward for them. And then you'd go, like, this is where I want to play. I think I need to play Bills, right? Because this goes up in the extra monster zone. Go Fallen of the White, send special down Ecclesia, put those 2 together, go into, and then you'd go into Bills. And then just going into a Bills, obviously ignore this, this isn't Bills, because you can't go into this because you're dragon locked. But you'd go into Bills, and then you've just basically upgraded, you've added Bills, Zarlan, Crimson King, Hot Red, and then they're under Etude. The only thing missing is like the trap card that would have been nice to add, but had to make this a little bit awkwardly. So I don't know. It has to be bills, right? Have to add bills to this extra deck. Okay, that's a bit of food for thought. Bills and Chaos Angel, but then what would I take out? So you summon these probably about the same amount of time, right? So you keep those. You have to play Crimson King, there's no doubt about that. I would probably swap the Draco Berserker for the bills. You 100% keep the Crimson Blader, keep the Red Rising that comes up, keep the Dispatter, Albion and Titaniclad, you'd keep those. Scarred, it has its moments, is probably why you'd keep it in there. I like Stormbane Dragon. I think a lot of people undervalue how good this card can be, so I'd keep that. You have to play RDA, and then you'd go Packbit and Malong as your targets for Harmonia. So then I suppose you'd swap out your Dispian Lulu Walith, and you'd swap out your Draco Berserker of the Tenyi for Bills and Chaos Angel. Unless anyone else can think of another level 10 Dragon Synchro that's worth making, but I think the last one I tried to make was like the Doom Dragon. And that was pretty average, I guess. I've got to check if I need a deck. I'm probably going to have to submit a deck list via Neuron tomorrow, aren't I? Sounds about right. Okay, so that was those two. Should we give the Clowns a go? Let's give the Clowns a go. Like I said, I haven't played the Clowns for a while. Trying to think what else I want with the Clowns. I don't know. I quite like the Clowns. I think it's really fun. It also, the best thing about the Clowns, and this is the weakness of... So RDA and Tellers have a really weak matchup against Cool Tunes, because if they put RS on the field, they manipulate levels, and then the Tellers and the Cool Tune, the Tellers and the RDA just sit there like, blah, okay. So it doesn't make it any easier. Whereas the Clowns just don't care. And I love the idea of playing the cash cards, but then I could arguably see that you take out the cash cards and that's just more hand traps rather than breakers. But I really like the breaking option of the deck. Like going first, we're absolutely fine. So let's start with the Clowns. Let's refresh my Clown knowledge and see how we do here. I still feel as well that the Clowns actually lose to an Ash on the Malabaresme. I think that's probably what makes them so weak as well. So I'd go, trying to refresh my brain on this one. Reveal Flare. So to reveal this card, add a Clown Crew card from the deck to the hand. You grab the Rehearsal, discard Matinee. New Face. Tribute monster from the hand or field. Add a Clown Crew Bianca Viso and a Clown Crew spell. So you tribute this. You'd get your. You would go for Malabaresme, but we've already got Malabaresme, so we're going to go for the Operatics. We've already tributed one, so activate Operatics. Operatics effect to special summon a Clown Crew. Is Diabolo the trap card? Yeah, Diabolo is the trap card. Have I jumped a step? Yeah, I haven't added the Bianca Viso. Bianca Viso, there we go, so we've got this. And then you would activate Malabaresme. Your opponent probably ashes it if they've got it. If they don't ash it, then sure. Let's get all three of these out. Then let's Bianca Viso these two. Get rid of those. Do Chain Link 1, 2, 2 and 3. So the spell card. Probably a Rehearsal for a follow. No, it has to be Malabaresme, really, doesn't it? At least I can use that during my opponent's turn. So Malabaresme, the trap card will be Soiree. And then Bianca Viso will draw 2. One, 2. Classic. And then end phase. I don't think there's another way for me to tribute off another monster, which is fine. But end phase, I tributed a Ritual Fusion and a XZ, so we'll draw 1, 2, 3. yeah, probably set the confrontation, I guess, unless you want to activate it during the end phase, but it doesn't really get you a whole amount. And then you've just got, during your opponent's turn, Bianca Viso to tribute summon. I could tribute into a Bianca. Actually, let's go Malabarisme first. Let's go Diabolo. Diabolo? No, it'd have to be Fiends. And then it would have to be Flare. So you'd use that first. Then Bianca Viso to tribute. So you tribute both of these. If you don't want the negates or the draws, you would tribute into a Fenrir. But more times than not, you probably want the draws. So you'd probably go into a second Bianca Viso. In doing so, you would book. So you'd go this way. You'd book. You'd add a spell or set a spell. So we'll set a rehearsal for the follow-up. There we go. And then you would draw 2. 1, 2. Cool. And then end phase, you'd also get to draw 2 as well. So, man, you just draw so much resource in this deck. It's mad. I do like the Clown Crew deck, but I think I've still, again, if I'm going to play Clown Crew, I've got a lot to kind of change up and tidy. Ah, no. Deliberations. Deliberations. I mean, Tellers are fun, but I just think it has a really bad Call Tune matchup. I would also have to get my side deck ready. And my side deck's not a mess, but it's kind of just not anything, really. So, I like the idea of playing Ultimate Slayer in RDA, so shout out to Terry on this one. Just for the pure fact that... Cool tunes are running around, but you're already playing 2 targets you can send, being the Malong and the Pat Bit. Nibiru is a questionable one. I think if you face a deck that disrespects it, you just catch them out, go off guard. Bell, if it's not in the main, you have it in the side. Perulia in the side. Droll, if it's not in the main, it's in the side. We've got accusations and judgments for going first. You just kind of like double down or quad down on going first. I know the other option for Synchro style decks is to play Gravity Collapse, which is nice, but my issue with Gravity Collapse is you have to be able to get that Synchro monster to the field. If you can't get that Synchro monster to stick, or they play around it, it doesn't do anything. So, and then the card of the month right now, or the card being talked about a lot, is Forbidden Crown. I'm not too sure where I sit on Forbidden Crown, like how effective I think it is in comparison to Droplet. I don't know. So that's something I still need to look into as well. But even then, like you'd probably be set on going on like these 4 here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you've got 5 more spaces. And those 5 more spaces, a lot of people. Girls, do you mind? Those last 4 spaces. Illusion Gates are being questioned. Lightning Storms, evenly matches, I still think are quite a funny few options for your opponent to have to worry about and deal with. I think they can be, like, a lot of people forget about evenly match and then they get hit with an evenly match and they're like, oh, damn, that card exists. How did I not know that? So, yeah, I think there's a couple of things to question, couple of things to decide. I'm obviously going to need to narrow down which deck I want to play for tomorrow. Like I said, Heart wants to play Tellers. Brain wants to play... Well, Heart wants to play Tellers or Red Dragon Archery. Like, both of them I really, really do enjoy right now. Brain says play Clown Crew, but be aware it's not going to be... Like, it's not insane. And then the stupidity part of me says play Dolls. So I tell you what, for the last test hand of tonight, let's test hand the Dolls. Because I've literally built it this morning. So, yeah. Just the cards in your deck profile. I really like the artwork and I'm a big fan of your deck profile since I always played your clown deck for a longer time. Oh, so you ordered cards for the clowns? Or have you ordered cards for something else? Yeah, let's test out Dolls while we wait on that one. So like I said, I only built Dolls this morning. I've barely had any time to fully test this deck yet. But yeah. So I'm really torn about which ones to take tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really want to play Tellers, but I just feel that if I face Cool Tunes, like every time I face I haven't had a chance to properly test Tellers either. Like I've took Tellers to I haven't taken Tellers to a locals, where I've taken RDA to a locals and I only lost to Cool Tunes. I've taken Clown Crew to locals and I won with Clown Crew. So I mean, like, that's not exactly the biggest testing pool around. So I just haven't had a time to probably play. Anyway, Dolls, let's give them a test. Woohoo! Wow, okay. Well, I mean, that's a pretty insane start. We got the 1-card combo. So for those of you that don't know what the 1-card combo is, it all comes from Lev Shadow. This card's just nuts. So when activated, you send a fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. So you can send pretty much anything. You can send an Albion if you really want to. You can also send App Clone if you don't have combo. You can send Infernoid Evil to get you your Void Unleashed. I'm going to go for the App Clone because then you'll see exactly how you can play this combo out, which is pretty nuts. So off the App Clone, use the effect. You grab yourself a Shadow card and then discard a card. Grab Squamata, discard Squamata. Squamata's effect lets you send from deck to grave. You can send the Grista. Grista's effect fuses by using the graveyard. So you've got a Dark and an Earth, and then a Shadow monster. So use all three of those. Get into the new Meshsizer. The Meshsizer lets you pay 800 to add a Void spell, but you've already got that, so I can just add a Shadow card. If this is a Shadow spell, yeah, any Shadow card, so I can add any Shadow card. So let's add, I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Let's add Beast. And then what you can do here is you can activate the Void Unleashing, reveal a Shadow card in the hand, so we'll reveal the Beast, and then add 2 different types, so a spell and a trap, basically. So we will add El Shadow Fusion, and then we'll add Schism, and then I have to discard one, so put those there. Let me just check that I've done this one right. Yeah. Discard a card. So, I mean, I can get any of these back to my hand. If I want the randomized draw, I just send the Beast and then draw a card. Doesn't matter what it is. And then you use the Lev Shadow to get rid of the Meshsizer. In doing so, I'm actually going to get a benefit off of the back of that as well. So we're going to go into a construct, go chain it 1 construct, chain it 2 Meshsizer to reset. Yeah, special summon a Shadow monster from the graveyard. So we get the special summon back Beast. Construct effect will let us send from deck to grave. We're going to send Hedgehog. Hedgehog will let us add a Shadow monster. So we're going to add Wendy, wherever that may be. I think I've just gone past it. Add Wendy. Activate our Shadow Fusion. Fusing Wendy. I mean, you can use Beast or Construct. Doesn't make any difference, really. We'll go into our Rest Shadow Wendy. Wendy Kuru. Get there eventually. We'll then be able to trigger off a chain of events, so Construct and Wendy. Construct will add back Shadow Fusion. Wendy will let you special summon 1 from the deck, so you're going to special summon the Aerial. Put that face down. Use Wendy Kuru's effect to flip up the Aerial. Aerial then lets you bring back one of your banished Shadows, so we'll bring back Squamata. Put both of these 2 together. Whoop. I don't want to move. Just dropped a card, there it is. What did I just do? Oh yeah, I linked both of those together. Go into Construct. Use Construct's effect to fuse. It would use itself, and then it can use Beast, Wendy Kuru if you want to. Either or. Both of those together. Go into another Construct. Then you get to use Wendy Kuru's effect, and you get to use Construct. Target Shadow card in the grave and add it back to the hand. So add back Squamata. Construct will send from deck to grave. You can send pretty much anything you want to. In this scenario, we're going to send... Oh, I don't actually think I've got any... Usually I'd send a Shadow trap card, but I've already got it, so I don't even need to use the Construct effect. We will banish the Void Unleashing. We will grab ourselves a Decatron. Normal summon Decatron, send Deviati. This now is a monster effect negation. I can then use the Shadow Construct effect in grave to send El Shadow Construct. And in doing so, I then get to use Construct effect to add a Shadow monster from the Shadow spell or trap, which I don't have, back to the hand, so I don't even need to do that really. That just goes there, and then you're just like, cool, set, 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 pass. So then during your opponent's turn, you've got El Shaddai Fusion, which you can use to fuse Beast with Squamata. So you get a Foolish Burial plus a draw, plus you go into Winder. You've got your Decatron, which is your negate. You've got your Incarnation, which is a revive or a flip. You've got Fallen of the Virtuous. You've also got Schism as well. Schism becomes a fuse with whatever you've got in the graveyard, which we've got light, we've got water, we've got fire. You've got loads of different attributes in the graveyard, so you can pretty much go into anything you want to. You can even go into an App Cologne and just get a negate off as well. So there's a lot for you to do there. Shadows are pretty scary as well. Damn. I'm definitely not playing Shadows. As much as my opponent will be like, I don't know what that deck does. I do not feel comfortable with Shadows right now. It would be cool. It would be really, really cool. But I just don't. Like, Winterlock is nice, and Winterlock is actually pretty funny against Cool Tunes, I guess. But, you know. Testing Dragoonity. Yeah, I haven't done... Dragoonity is like the only deck out of like Dolls I used to play, or Dolls I have played, Tellers I did play. And then Dragoonity was just a deck that I never played, to be honest. So I wouldn't know where to start with Dragoonity cards. I know their new cards are really cool, but I just haven't an idea of where to start with them. Yeah, Tellers are really cool. One of my, it was the first deck back and everything. I really enjoy Tellers. So anyway, I've got a lot of deliberation to be doing, because now my brain is like, play Shadows. No one will know what Shadows do. No one will know how to stop Shadows. And I'll be like, yeah, but they're not that unbreakable, are they? Like, I haven't had a chance to properly test Dolls. And the fact they lock you into Dolls, it doesn't really help you. But the new cards are pretty insane. They're just not great at breaking fields. So, yeah. So there's Dolls, Tellers, and RDA, and Clowns. I think the Clowns I don't feel that confident with. Don't know why. I actually really like the deck. And like the amount of draws it gives is insane. And then what makes me so happy about Clowns is that everyone thinks you're going to be playing the Mitsurugis. And they're like, oh, well, I can't let you go first, so you're going second. And it's like, well, yeah, that's kind of what I expect. And then you just start off by going Special on down Unicorn or Special on down Fenrir, and everyone goes, what? And you're like, yeah, I'm playing the cash package. And they're like, ah, damn. And if you go first, you start ripping their extra deck, and, you know. Winder is a pain for every deck. I just feel like there's crowns running around, there's droplets running around, I think there's even imperms running around. I think if you half expect Winder, it just doesn't resolve. But I mean, let's do another test hand actually, because this is just for my own, I wouldn't even say peace of mind, but just for my own kind of sanity to be like, surely, I tell you what, I'll do another test hand. I bet it'll be like the most broken test hand ever. And then I'll be like, oh damn, I really want to play Dolls now. And then I'll play Dolls tomorrow and it will like bite me in the arse so hard. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty average. I suppose the... Oh, I know, no, because you can't use gravity controller the turn you summon. So, what do we have here? This is an interesting one. I've got Winder, I've got Construct, but I don't really... I guess I have to go normal summon Cartasia. Cartasia effect to fuse, right? We would then fuse Cartasia with Hedgehog. Gets you into Construct. You go Training 1 Construct, Training 2 Hedgehog. Hedgehog lets you add a Shadow from the deck to the hand, so we'll add the Wendy. Construct lets you send, so Construct will send Squamata. Squamata will then send Grista. Grista's effect will now trigger to banish itself plus Squamata plus Hedgehog, so all three of those goes into the El Shaddai Meshizer. Meshizer, I play 800 to add a Void spell or and a Shaddai card. Shaddai card or a Void spell. So we'll go for the Lev Shaddai because I'll be able to get both off the back of this. We'll activate the Lev Shaddai. This will let me send from the extra deck to the graveyard Infernoid Evil, which is why people play it. This will then allow me to use Infernoid Evil's effect to grab Void Vanishing. I quite like the idea of playing the Dear Servant in this deck as well, I'm not going to lie. Just because the Dear Servant package doesn't really conflict with the extra deck lock that you put yourself under most times, so it's not that big of a deal. Void Unleashing, reveal... I want to get a monster in a trap, so let's reveal Shaddai Fusion, and we'll add... Let's add Beast and a trap, yeah? So we'll add Schism, and we'll add Beast. Discard the Beast, draw a card. We've already used our normal summon on Cartasia, so getting the Decatron is not really needed right now. But regardless, what have we got? So we've got the ability to play Shaddai Fusion or El Shaddai Fusion. Doesn't make that big of a difference either way. So we'll activate El Shaddai Fusion. Use... I mean, either of these do the job as well. Let's use Construct plus Wendy. We'll do the exact same combo we did before. So we'll get into our Wendy Kuru. Construct and... Do I have any spells? No, that's why you don't send Beast. That's why you just send Schism because you just add it back. But anyway, Wendy gets us... I've already got Aerial in the hand. Don't think there's anything else worth flipping face up, I guess. But you kind of need to flip them face up. No, I guess I don't need to. Schemata. We can then use Lev Shaddai Fusion to swap out the Meshizer to go into Construct. The Mechizers will trigger to bring back Construct. Then we can link the Construct with 0 attack with our Schemata to go into Shaddai Construct. The Construct will add back the El Shaddai Fusion. And then we've got the Shaddai Construct if we want it to fuse. What would I want to go for, I guess? I don't think there's anything worth going into, right? I mean, I could just go early doors into a Winder, but that's not really worth. I don't think it's worth. Maybe you'd keep the Schemata on the field. You'd link these both off. And then target Shaddai card in the grave, add it to the hand. I suppose let's put back the Construct back into the deck, and then you'd use the effect of Shaddai Construct to fuse. This would just get you an early doors Winder. Puts this here, and then you set Schism, Shaddai Fusion, or El Shaddai Fusion to be precise, and then end phase. We would get back the Cartasia because the fusion monster's gone, and then during our approach turn we can double Winder lock our opponent because we can activate Schism again. We've got plenty of darks in the graveyard, so one. Well, I say plenty, we've got 2. But then you just need those plus any Shaddai monster. So that could all do that job. Interesting. Yeah, I just don't think people will know what Shaddais will do, but that will only get you so far. It's probably the same with Tellers as well. So it's ultimately going to come down to, of the decks I have in front of me, whether it be the Clowns, whether it be RDA, whether it be Tellers, which one do I think is the most resourceful and the most resistant? So, yeah. I don't know. This is going to be the $1 million question, and I guess I'll find out tomorrow if I chose the right one. Yeah, okay. Bit more research to do then, I guess, trying to figure this one out. This is why you need to be doing testing. Yeah, okay. I'm probably going to end up staring at these for like the next few hours and not decide until like right at the last minute tomorrow and be like, right, I'm going to take this deck, and then I'll get where I need to go and be like, no, I want to play the other deck. As cool as those will be, I don't think I'm ready with those, so I'm going to move them to one side. It's literally just going to come down to Clowns, Tellers or RDA. So that's what I think I've narrowed this down to. So let me just move Crimson King to the top. I think that there's definitely some extra deck changes I need to make to the King, and then work it back from there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because obviously the dog wants its dinner, bless it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions at all, by all means, put them in the comments down below. More than happy to answer them. But for now, I'm going to sign this one out. I'm going to spend a bit of time tonight researching, figuring out what deck I want to play. I might even have that midnight wake up where I'm like, yo, you know what? I actually want to play Dolls. Like, Dolls would be the greatest idea ever. And then go X4 and hate my decision. Anyway, for absolutely always, have a great evening. Stay safe. And of course, happy dueling.